Hi. Hey, 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 hey. Hi guys, can you hear me okay? I'm really sorry I'm late. I was having technical difficulties, which makes me sad because I wanted to be on here for 11:11, but it's okay. Good. Hey, Ark. How's it going? Okay. Hiya, hiya, hiya. So obviously I want to talk about 11:11. Hey, Bree. Hi, Shannon. I'll show you. I have a whole bunch of decks just on deck. You know, get it? Decks on deck. That was funny. I made a joke. I made it funny. Anyway. Pisces here. I'm sure there's more than just one. How was your guys' day? In New York, the weather was gorgeous. It's freezing, but the sun was like, I was home today. I grew up in a suburb outside of New York City, and the leaves were changing, and it was just gorgeous. It was a gorgeous 11:11 for me. That's awesome, Brie. I wish I spent the day doing that, but I was with family. You're in Montreal, Arc? Is that what MTL is? That's Montreal? Oh, are you Quebecois? Or like the English or British Montreal? No, okay. Are you a Habs fan? If you're a Habs fan, we're gonna have problems. Just kidding. They're great. I'm a big hockey fan. Anyway, what, Brie? Ugh, Carey Price. No. Ugh. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of love for the sport. I have... Brie, did you want to say something before I get started? No way. I want to see it. Hello from down under. I love, honestly, Pisces are the best. Pisces. Yasway? That's awesome. Does anyone have any questions about 11:11? Or did you guys do anything to set intentions for 11:11? Maybe. I did, actually. I mean, I wrote a whole lot. A whole lot. Some of my intentions I'll share with you guys. Follow through with what you say you're going to do. Honoring my body, whether it's going to the gym more, doing yoga. Start contemplating or thinking about goals and intentions I want to set for 2019 so that I'm not doing it like literally on December 31st to make myself stressed out for 2019. And protecting myself and monitoring my energy as it relates to not just tarot readings, but just in life. Being aware of who I'm giving my energy to or how I'm giving my energy away. And questions I wanted to think about were, how can I create more stability in my life, and where and how do I need to release? So, yeah. That was my kind of stream of consciousness. Thank you, yeah. I think it was good. It was good. Energy protection is so important. Basically, no one can fuck with you if you protect your energy, right? It's like no one can get in your zone, your space, you know? So, what's that like Kanye song? It's like, don't let me get into my zone or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. So let's do a reading, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. That's fine that you didn't write anything down. Sometimes just saying it out loud or just thinking can help a little bit. You know? Good. It's sending it into the universe one way or another, so I haven't used this deck in a while. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, got the Page of Swords. If I could lift this off the table, that'd be great. 5 of Pentacles, reverse. 5 of Wands, upright. Page of Cups. So 2 pages and 2 5s. Talk about 11, like just balancing the scales. Some of you need to balance. Some of you need the 50-50, the yin, the yang, just off the bat, like 2 5s, 2 pages. So 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm happy that this is in reverse. This is coming out of a period of not necessarily financial instability, but like maybe someone lost stability through losing a person, like a baby, maybe lost a custody battle. Maybe you're reuniting with someone, stability that way. I'm not feeling like coming out of a financial hardship, although that could be the case. I'm feeling like it's a person that's coming back into your life. Whereas, 5 of Pentacles talks about a time of hardship in that way. If you look at the card, it looks more like it's surrounding like a family, I don't know, that's just how I'm reading it. Because there was a ton of fighting with the 5 of Swords. It was like, with the Five of Wands, excuse me. It's like, I don't even know if people knew where their energies were being directed to. Like, everyone has a wand pointed in, like, and it was probably the most unproductive period of your life that you're coming out of, which is awesome. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no focused effort here on this card. Like, everyone's looking in opposite directions. Like, that's a battle nobody wins. Hey, Doug. No one wins if nobody knows where we're going, right? And it was immaturity at its finest, because we have 2 pages. Someone was thinking logically, someone was thinking with their emotions, and I don't think, or maybe this was your head versus your heart kind of thing, and I don't even think you knew exactly what you wanted to bring to the table. You were unsure, someone was unsure as to like what to bring. Paul, can you ask your question in like 5 minutes when I'm done with this reading? Clarify the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So guys, we have 2 pages and 2 5s on the board, and 2 5s equal 10. So we're at a completion, which I love. That's just gorgeous. Clarify the page. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take the one card that fell over there and leave these puppies. Ugh. 9 of Cups. Someone wanted to bring something that would make someone smile. Like travel, probably had to travel really long and far, but like was proud to do something or bring someone like, you know, this is like the wish fulfillment card. It's, you know, someone was working really hard for something emotionally. Maybe this was you working on yourself. Maybe someone was working on themselves for you, vice versa. And I think you're ready to show that, like, maybe this is in the past. You're no longer this like head versus heart, immature 2-page kind of energy, coming out of strife, coming out of wanting to fight, but not even sure what the hell you're fighting for with the 5 of Wands. Best advice for keeping this energy up with the 9 of Cups. I mean, some of you may be working on something, like if you're not working on yourselves, you're working on a craft or a project, you want to bring it to someone. Seven of Swords. With the Chariot. And the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone was about to leave, or someone's like about to leave. Like you're trying to bring happiness to someone, and they're like about to leave. But you're gonna intercept because you're gonna get there in time. 2 sevens. 7, 7. 7 of Swords. The Chariot is number 7 in the Major Arcana. You're gonna probably arrive just in time. Does that like make any sense? It's like, you know, like it's like out of a movie, you know, where like you gotta go get the girl who's like leaving and the guy like just makes it. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I think you're worried like that you're not going to make it. Things weren't working together, jiving, however, in the universe. I want a few more cards. I'm actually going to switch the deck. Yeah. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, stop worrying, because it's only slowing down wherever you're trying to go. And that's the 3rd 5. So we have 5, 5, 5. If if you cry over spilled milk, oh, come on, like, you know, then we have like the Knight of Rods, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse. You're unable to move, and you're not able to move quickly, and we need this Chariot to keep forward movement. If you bring, if you're able to reach this person, and maybe like, or vice versa, someone's trying to reach you maybe and show you that like the dark days are over and you found light. What is this? That you found light at the end of the tunnel. No more of this shit, right? You're gonna keep them up late at night, vice versa. Because the Tower moment already occurred. You already broke. This person already broke. They saw it. Someone broke, they left. 8 of Cups, they walked away, or you walked away. But someone's coming back. 3 of Rods, building and creating something with the Magician. You or someone is manifesting something for you. And the last card is the 6 of Pentacles. Talking about being, balancing the scales, giving to others, where there was once a very unequal and just unbearable relationship. Like, somebody was not right in their mind, I don't think. And this could have had to do, like I said in the beginning, with something with children. Somebody was not balanced. And now I think with the 6 of Pentacles, someone's able to give their energy, is what I'm feeling. And not in like a monetary sense. I know that's Pentacles, but you're able to conjure whatever it is, or this person is determined as fuck. So that's one read. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm just gonna look at why my screen keeps hang on. I don't know what's going on there. Gerald, can you retype your question? Should I come out to my dad even though I'm not sure if I'm gay or not? Just to cover my bases, you know? I would... Sure or not sure... If I don't know your dad, but here's my best advice. I hear what you're saying. You're kind of just trying to like put it out there and like maybe like lessen the blow of like such a shocking revelation. I don't know what your relationship is like with your father, so it's a little bit hard for me to say, but my best advice really is, A, you'll know in your heart and your gut when the right time, like, if you're close with your father and he has like an understanding of like, this is the world, if he has like a general understanding of like, this is like, you know, this is 2018, like this is like, this isn't like, you know, 1950, whenever it feels right? I don't even think you have to 100% wait to decide, because if you wait, like you could be waiting forever for like, you know, this like, it's never going to be like stamped and sealed, like, okay, you are gay, here's a certificate, right? It's not how it works. And that's not how I look at sexual preferences, or like, I can't really explain it at all. Like, you love who you love, you're attracted to who you're attracted to, and whenever you feel comfortable is, yeah, when I know it's kind of a simple answer, but tell them, get with it. Welcome to the new age. Does anyone else have any questions? That's right, girly girl. Girly girl. Questions. No, I don't really know what that is, and I don't know what you're saying. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for me? God. Yeah. Can you get him off? Though I don't need questions like that. Please, can you leave, Gerald? Or someone can breakingly get him out? It's just a little weird. It's ruining my energy. It is a safe space, but I just don't think that, yeah, it's just like, please keep your comments. Thank you. Like, I don't want to talk about subjects like the comment you just left. So please refrain from doing that. Okay. I think I did it, but yeah, listen, it was nothing to do with like asking about coming out. It's like questions like that you saw. I'm not repeating it. I just feel extremely uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. So, and this is what I was talking about before, with protecting your energy, because sorry, this is loud. That completely fucked with my energy for a second. I was like frozen. But as I was shuffling, Stay Optimistic About Your Love Life came out. Some of you need to have faith in whatever chemistry. Girly girl, I'll answer that in 1 second. Some of you need to have faith and whatever chemistry this is. Some of you may have just started seeing someone, or maybe seeing someone in like a different light, someone that maybe was a friend or you never would have considered dating, but you need to stay optimistic in general and have faith, because 11/11 is about new beginnings, things like synchronicities, things happening for a reason in divine timing. It's a great time to keep your eyes open. The whole world is kind of in like a cosmic cool shift, if you will. And flirt. Go flirt. Go flirt, go have fun. At least do that, right? And that is about staying optimistic. Being open to new chemistry. Getting yourself out there is half the battle. Go out with your friends, go dancing, do whatever it is, just to get out there and meet new people. And it feels like kind of like a day for rebirth, right? Pisces Taurus, like who is not accepting the love? What's the most supernatural act? Like an experience, like a my own experience, like encounters or experiences. Like my own experience. Maybe I guess like my third eye opening for the first time, or when I was really young, it's like it started in my dreams, and then like it would happen like throughout the day. Like, so I would be kind of like in a daze. Like teachers would say I'm like, I had like, they thought I had like, well, I do have ADD, but like that I would like stare off out like the window, or like stare off into space. And it was because like moments where I thought it was like deja vu, like I would dream things at night, like the night or before or something, and then it would actually happen. But it felt like a deja vu because like I felt like it was familiar and like I had been there before, but that wasn't the case. I saw it in my dreams, and then these things would actually, I mean, it is like the craziest feeling. When I was young, I didn't understand it, and I didn't know what to do with it. I mean, let's see. There's some personal ones that are just, I don't want to discuss right now. They're not like dark or anything. They're just like very, very sacred to me. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Do you need advice on how to flirt? I'm kidding. Stop laughing at me. You're a Habs fan. Just kidding. Good for you, Shannon. And you know what, like, keep that confidence up. Like, I know like sometimes it's like, you know, you may not feel the best about yourself, like, and I don't know, I get there sometimes, and then like I just like walk in, like just say to yourself like I own the place, like you know, walk in there like you own it, and like people pick up on your confidence, and confidence is the sexiest thing, the single most sexiest thing on the planet, because it's like you're comfortable in your own skin, you know. So it's just fake it till you make it in that way. If you want to leave the Taurus, I mean, advice, Tauruses are, you know, I'm a Taurus sun. I'm a fixed sign. We're fixed signs, right? We don't like change. So I would do it in any way. If you're going to leave or break up, do it in the most respectful, not like a surprise, not like in front of people, very private, and make sure that there's enough time for you to really sit down and explain what went wrong. They're gonna want answers. They're stubborn. They may not want to let you leave. So, you know, keep that in mind. And I would have an idea of just going into it, like whatever they say, because like can be very manipulative, not manipulative, but like have a way of with words. I mean, Taurus is ruling planet is Venus, is love. This is very important. This is sacred to them. I guess I would just do it slowly, maybe giving them not hints, but like, you know, really like make sure it doesn't come out of the blue will help like lessen the blow. That way they have time to process it on their own slowly. I love it, girly girl. Sorry, can you retype your question? Goes so fast. You're welcome, Paul, and good luck. And just follow your heart. It's at the end of the day, it's like it's terrible to like break people's hearts, right? But it's like you're not there. Like, tell them, you know, you think the world of them and you want them to go find their person, and unfortunately you're not that person, you know? Somebody asked a question. How do I say? Oh, I can go back up. Cool. Wait, Katie, I'm highly interested. I have a question about your place of work. So do you work, I would firstly like take a look at your like if your company has like a compliance handbook, or like I'm not sure what type of work environment you have, but there are some you know, institutions where dating like or like you know, fraternizing in the workplace is against like company code, and you could be terminated for that. I know that, and especially in the field that I work in. So that's my first just like logical question. And if you let me know that, then we can move on from there. Overstimulated. Sometimes yes, you like we it for me, I think like sometimes I want to turn it off, and then I'm like, oh my god, like it's like in Yiddish it's called a kinahara. I don't know how else to say it. It's basically like shame on you for even, you know, some people, you're given this gift, you know, having access to your third eye, and you're saying you want to shut it, you know. It's like, but there are certain, yes, it's happened where like I'm not in the right environment or the right place and time that I want this, or I want to be perceptive or like open to seeing what I'm seeing and feeling what I'm feeling, and it's a lot. It's such a sacred thing, and I'm always confused. It's only happened a few times where I'm like caught off. One of my friends actually, like it's that where I'm staring off into space kind of thing. It's like I'm not even in my body. It's very odd. Yeah. Yeah, people, the teachers used to call my mother and say like, "That's a great idea, girly girl." Hey Robert, how you doing? Yeah, it's I've only had a few scenarios, like I said, or situations where like I've felt like a little like out of control, but like I wasn't showing it. Apparently, I was just like staring off into space. Yeah. And that's all about working with your energy too, but like your third eye opening, I mean, that I don't even know if like your energy can stop or start. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Okay, so if they won't listen, if it's worth it to you, okay, so my motto is like, don't shit where you eat, or don't bite the hand that feeds you. Kind of like, I would keep, for a while, it might be like, like the sexy, like, like sleeping with someone at work, whatever, like that allure eventually does wear off. And then, so if it's not like love, and I'm not saying you need to know that it's love, but if you do know that it's just like a lusty thing that'll burn out and fade away, it could just be really awkward for you at work. And you don't know, like, exactly what, the other person's thoughts are on it, right? Like, they could say that this is like a very casual thing, but I have feelings, and vice versa. I think it typically gets messy. And when you can't separate the two, work and love, I mean, you need to work, right, to support yourself. It's just messy. I wouldn't recommend it, but if it's love that you're feeling, I would never say don't go down that road. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not trying to tell you, like, don't go after the love of your life, but it's like, I've seen it. It's messy. And you have to go to work every day. We spend most of our lives at work. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart. Use what your soul is telling you. Paul, if you're losing these things, you're meant to lose these things. It's to teach you something. These cycles repeat itself. So if like the universe is like, you lose your love, what have you, it's because you're not aware of like a karmic lesson or something that you're supposed to learn, right? And you need to be doing that work on yourself so that the universe restores like faith in you, right? Like the divine restores its faith in you and gives you all these beautiful blessings, I know. This is life though, so now we can fight, like, and say, oh my God, life is throwing me this, that, but life is going to do it, like, right? It's going to happen regardless. So let's just accept that, but let's focus our energies instead of like, lamenting like, oh, why? Let's just figure out how to move through it and ask why, not why this is happening to me, but why is this happening for me? Yes, I've lost everything, but what does that do? What is that inspiring me to do? I've hit rock bottom. How am I going to get back up? There's beauty in the breakdown. It's a song by, what is that, like Imogen Heap or like Frou Frou? I don't remember. Such a good song. I love Imogen Heap. Okay, so really quick, the Seven of Wands in reverse. He's 34 or 5 now. The Seven of Wands in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse. Coming out, so I read this Seven of Wands a little different, and it's a very different looking Seven of Wands. So what was once a roadblock, or where you were kind of like stuck wondering if you should jump, like move through this like a threshold, whether you could make the jump, or whether it would be worth it, or you being scared, contemplating, you can't see really what's on the other side, right? You can't see what's over this like little fence, but you can get over it. You're just contemplating. In reverse, you're out of contemplation mode. And the same goes with the Two of Wands in reverse. You're sitting there, you've got the world in your hands, like from your perch, and you're kind of like, you know, these birds, like the divine, are bringing you, you know, the other piece. The World card has, like, you know, like the woman who's naked dancing. She has two wands. It's like being able to create and manifest your dreams. In reverse, you're no longer contemplating whether the world has this this opportunity for you, or whether you can, you know, you can make it out there in the world. Like, this is movement to me. Sorry, I saw some questions come in. I feel like I'm going through a new phase. Yeah, I can. It is I love this deck. It's like, it was actually, hey Chastity. It's actually, I think, my third deck, and I love the cards. They're like, the card stock is like thick and glossy, and I'm really particular about my decks. And just like the way they feel in your hands. It's, I mean, it just like, it says everything about the energy. Okay. I typically, when a lot of cards drop, don't take them, but this felt okay. So Breeze, for you, you have the Lover's card. So with the Judgment card in reverse, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands. So all about, I don't know if you've been feeling off because you've been trying to make a decision, and it doesn't have to be as it relates to love, but it could be, because something, like, one day, like, I think you're like, you have hopes on something and you're like headed in this direction, but then the next day something pulls you in the opposite direction, and I think that's why you're feeling confused as fuck, because Two of Swords is like, I don't know if, you know, someone's messing with you or messing with your, how you perceive things, or like your emotions, but it's it's about making a decision to some degree. I just don't know who there's like other parties maybe getting in your head, causing your ability to, the Judgment card is like the last step, or the last encounter, if you will, before the Fool meets the world. And this is about forgiveness and letting go of, you know, past toxicities, past relationships that were, you know, no good for you. Harboring bitter resentments is what this card really talks about. It's about forgiving yourself and others, healing, and letting that all fade away. In reverse, I think you might be feeling off because I think maybe you or someone you're dealing with is working hard to forgive themselves for something, but they haven't completed that yet. And until they do, it's going to be really hard for you to move in this direction with this person, who I think is the Queen of Wands, who is certainly very intelligent, like combines like passion with like knowledge and just overseeing. Like, I think she's wise, and she has other people like looking out for her too. It's hard to, maybe she's hard to reach. I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope it does. That was a little confusing. But make sure whatever decision, if it is love, make sure it's you go with or down the avenue with the person who you feel like you can really be yourself with. Like, you don't have to be anyone else but authentic you. these cards just, hello, these cards just fell out, but this one came upright, so I have to take it. You got the Ten of Cups, and this is like, I mean, such a beautiful Ten of Cups. But again, to me, it's like there's not like a third party situation, but like I feel like there's just this external factor that's messing with you. It's not you that's messing with you. It's like someone like is still like you're still thinking of someone. Maybe like you're gonna make a decision in love, but it's difficult for you because you're still thinking of this person. They're still in the background, kind of like right behind your rainbow. Make sure like if you need to do some like, you know, soul forgiving, searching, what have you, make sure that all that past shit, whatever it is clear, because half of the judgment, right? It's number 20, is this wish, you know, I mean, this is the 10 of Cups is beautiful. It's about, you know, emotional stability. But as it relates to your journey, like if you're the Fool, you've got to let go of whatever this is hanging in the background that maybe you're not even seeing. I hope that makes sense. But that's a beautiful, beautiful read, I'd say. New deck. I'm just like literally going through all my decks here. Does that resonate? Or like make any sense? And I probably missed a lot of questions. I'm sorry. When you get married and have kids, are you going to retire or ease down from your spiritual practice? Am I going to retire from doing this ever? Probably not. In fact, like, even when I'm like in dating, whatever, like this, it's not like the first thing I bring up, but this is like, this is a part of me. If I give this up, that's like me saying to the universe, like, yeah, I was given, you know, this gift, and I want, like, you know, and I want it like as a light worker, and I feel like I am, like, and I have the ability to help so many people, but, you know, yeah, I mean, if married, kids, I mean, yeah, this is all about just balancing your energy, but will I give it up? No. This is such a huge part of my life and my identity and what I enjoy doing, and yeah. I hope it was, and sometimes like, and I'm sorry if maybe I went a little like too in on a live, but I wouldn't mind it. I don't know that I would seek that out though, like someone else who reads tarot or is like extremely spiritual. I think it just might mess with my energy a little bit, and maybe that's selfish. But I think it's for me, I would want to be with someone who, not that they're not spiritual, but like, you know, that they're not like a light worker, if you will. Someone who respects and understands that like tarot is a huge part of my life. And it still is the most I didn't know myself until I started studying tarot. I was in such denial about so many aspects of my life. Tarot saved my life, really, is what it is. No, I didn't say that I wasn't a light worker. I'm saying I don't know that I would want to be or marry a light worker, just for like energy purposes. Yeah, Shannon. Do you have any specific questions, or you kind of just want to read? Okay, well, you got the Hierophant and the Judgment card, or the Aeon. Second time we've seen Judgment. Whoa, whoa, oh my god, okay. Sorry. Hierophant. The Judgment card. The Princess of Cups. Prince of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the World. So, wowie, 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 Shannon, wowie. Wowie. What was once a confusing point for you, as it relates to your identity, if you're not already there, you're almost there. What was once confusing to you as it relates to maybe a tradition or a practice or something spiritual, or religious, is no longer confusing you, or making you feel like maybe like not topsy-turvy, but just like not balanced, like you didn't know which way you were looking. We have the Judgment card here. You made a change. You made a vow to yourself to always listen to your gut, to listen to your soul, or you will be making this vow. Because I think you've learned so many times that when you don't listen to your gut and what your soul is screaming out to you, I think you've learned throughout time that if you're not honoring what the soul says, you'll never be in alignment with yourself. And then the rest of life will not fall into place. But I think you have fully and beautifully forgiven some things about yourself, and you've really gotten to know yourself. Or if you're not already there, you're going to be with the Judgment card. I can feel that you definitely are extremely spiritual, and I think you have gotten more and more in tune with yourself, and it's beautiful because, I mean, this progression is freaking gorgeous. We go from, I mean, these are like some of the biggest major arcana cards. We go from the Hierophant to the Aeon, the Judgment card, and then from 20 to 21, you have the World card. If you are not already here, you may even have like a third eye opening experience if you like haven't. I would pay attention to synchronicities. I don't even know if you would realize, I think you're headed for a really big spiritual awakening. And it's only gonna benefit. I really think you're going, like, I mean, I don't know if you can see, look at this World card, there's an eye, like, do you see the eye opening? I'm telling you, this is so gorgeous. Maybe, I don't know if you were practicing like a religion and you're becoming more like, spiritual. Yeah, because the Hierophant, it's not that you're going against tradition, it's just you have you're making your own rules, your own spiritual practice, because you're listening to your soul, which is so gorgeous. And it's only going to benefit you. Like the Princess of Cups to me, this is, to me, it's, I mean, yes, it's a princess, okay, so not a queen, but it's like, it's going to benefit you and children. If you have children, you'll be able to protect them with your energy field. Like, do you see how there's like a mama, like dove over here? And you're gonna stop whoever this fire energy you do. Okay, that's like whatever negative like fire like energy. Like this is to me, it's someone who was trying to maybe control you, bring you into their power, with this Prince of Wands in reverse, you'll stop them right in their tracks, because you got the world in your hands. And I'm not kidding. There is you're gonna, I don't know, if not like a psychedelic experience, but you're gonna have some sort of like crazy ass experience. Like, I'm not kidding. The Hierophant, the Judgment card, the Universe. That, fuck. I hope that resonates with you, and that's beautiful. Oh, it's like I'm sorry, I'm like at a loss. Like, light is going to be coming, like, look for blue light. That's wild. Okay, wow. And like, sorry, I look like worried. I'm not. I've never felt that for someone, and it's really beautiful to see on my board that someone is going to encounter like one of the most spiritual and, pun intended, eye-opening experiences I've never. Wow, that's goosebumps. Sorry, I probably missed a ton of stuff. You saw white light. It's always a good sign. It's pure. It could be like an angel or a spirit just letting you know that they're there. Not like even to say it, just to acknowledge their presence. Like, it happens to me all the time with the lights in here. It's ridiculous. I'm always like, okay, hi. Shannon, I can't get over your, I'm sorry, yeah, that's a little crazy. I love it though. Chastity. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not like a teacher, but it's like, you know, when you want, like, you just ask, you know, you don't demand. It's just bad energy. I'm happy to do a reading for you. Don't be sorry. It's just, that's, you know, that's kind of how Hi, Susan Mundy. That's just kind of how I, you know, it's just like our general respect thing. It's like, respect the energy, like, respect me, I respect you. You know, it's all good. It's all gravy. Hi, Susan Mundy. Oh, it's loud. Thanks, I do too. I know you weren't trying to be disrespectful. Sometimes we're just like, we're so eager and we, you know, but I'll put some cards for you. Jesus Christ. Okay. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups right next to each other. Chastity. I don't know if you're a Cancer, if you're dealing with a Cancer, maybe, maybe not. Someone wants to like go full steam ahead as it relates to bringing in an offer of love or displaying their love, like really putting it on, like so everyone sees, for the whole world to see, which is gorgeous. Queen of Cups, just be aware. Oh my God, this is so loud. Wow. I love the music, but it's like loud. With the Queen of Cups right next to it, beware of just maybe you or the person, you know, you're a Pisces, okay? So just the way that you may be closing yourself off to opportunities, because we have the Eight of Swords here, which is all about interference. I'm not worried about you though, because we have the the Ten of Wands in reverse, which talks about coming out of oppression. Sorry. Which I love. But coming out of a period where you're feeling like life is just like shit's getting in your way, like that's not a, it's an awful feeling, right? But you're coming out of that. No more oppression. No more of this shit. This time, like you see how the swords are like, there's like swords cutting across. Well, this time there's two swords, that's you. You're cutting through that, coming out of oppression as it relates to love. Just make sure you're not closing yourself off is what I'm picking up. Yeah. Did I see squiggly? Thank you. Hi, who are you in love with? Oh, what kind of dog? I really like this music. I don't know what it is, but I like it. So cute. About your trip, what you're seeing? Do you mean like sight, like actual sights, or just like what you should expect on your trip? You don't need to pull cards to tell you. Just keep your eyes open, be present, put your phone away, like turn it off. As it relates to taking pictures, get a real camera. You don't need to be on your phone. Disconnect and really, you know, immerse yourself in the culture there. Especially if it's somewhere you haven't been before. And even if you have been there before, there's always something that you didn't realize was there before that like it'll yeah. But you'll miss it if you have your nose in a phone is what I'm. You didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. Nothing that you. I always say like, you don't. If you come into a live and you're like, you know, you missed. Like, it's like you miss what. Nothing that you were intended or needed to hear, right? What deck was that, Robert? really like this music, sorry. Hologram looking one. It was probably the Fountain Tarot deck. I think it was the Fountain Tarot deck. My favorite deck, I don't think I have it yet. Is that a weird answer? I really, really want this deck. Bye, Doug. Have a lovely evening. I really want this specific deck, and I'm like dying for it, but I don't. It's expensive. It's also like sold out in like most websites. It's called the She-Wolf Tarot. I'm dying for it. I might just like do it, but I think it's like I know that it's gonna be my favorite deck. Yeah, the She-Wolf Tarot deck. It's by like Serpentine. I know it's my favorite deck, and I don't even have it yet. The imagery, like I've seen it like on, you know, I've like watched YouTube videos of like the unboxing of it, and like just knowing like what's behind it. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And the imagery, I feel like it's like as intuitively as I read, would just if only like enhance that in my journey on this awakening. So yeah, that's it. I mean, I just know it's gonna be my favorite. Is it because I keep bopping? I can't even help it. Maybe I should turn off this type of music. It's distracting a little. Does anyone have any questions for me? Because I don't know what time it is, but I feel like it's late. It's 12:24. Why are you devastated? Because the Nine of Earth just came out. Don't be. No one should be devastated here. Even if you're not with your twin, or like, I don't even believe in really like that terminology, but even if you're not with someone or like your soulmate, love of your life, like this is like, I love seeing the Nine of Earth. And maybe it's because I think that's the energy that I embody right now. It's just like, I am so content and okay with being on my own, spending time on my own, feeling like abundant and like fulfilled. Little girl screaming, sorry, with just me. So enjoy the little things. The little things are the big things. I'm whole on my own too. Isn't that an amazing feeling? I never thought that I would actually feel like this. I was such a girl who just like, I was always in like one relationship after another, after another, after another. Yeah. So, yeah. I didn't even know like how to be like on my own. Like I literally like had no idea. Like I was like a lost, like, and I had to find and like tarot helped me. Like I had to find my footing, like my grounding. It's really hard for me to like to say with the signs. I mean, like you really like it's like you got to look at someone's entire chart, right? I mean, I was with a Pisces for a bit, and it worked. So, but you would want to know like what what houses and planets, like it helps to get like look at someone's natal chart. Flip to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Wait, so I was just saying like a king like of isolation, and then the Hermit card came out, which is not about isolation, but it is about being alone and going within, right? Yeah, I do sing. And two nines right next to each other. I'm loving this, like, yeah, I'm hermiting too. I'm loving this, like, you know, because was all about 11 and 11, right? Like the synchronicity of like these like repeating numbers. Let it go, let it go. Even this two of fire talks about like coming into your own, like new partnerships and all that comes after you are good on your own. I always I feel like I'm like a broken record. Like you have to fall in love with yourself first, get to know yourself first. Yeah, I know, and also let whatever this is go. I love this. I love the song Let It Go. I've never heard this rendition. It's kind of cool. Can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to discover right now. Let's clarify the two of fire and what is this new partnership? The ace of earth, clarifying the two of fire. This new partnership will bring you an inflow of abundance. This is like a seed of a new start. It says promising business venture. This is like, I mean, it's like, it's beautiful and exciting, but this only comes after like making sure, like I said, that like you're comfortable on your own. You have to you have to be able to really and take your time to go within, enjoying and sometimes being okay on your own, just so you know. Like in my grandma's house, there's like this sign. It's like, you'll realize the little things were the big things. This nine of earth says like enjoying life's little luxuries. I feel like some of you need to be a little, not saying you're ungrateful, but just notice the little things and relish in them, because if we can celebrate the little things, imagine when those big items do come in for us, right? How much more grateful we're going to be. In the universe, we need more gratitude, right? When we practice gratitude, then the rest, this inflow of abundance, right? These new starts, new partnerships moving forward. That's when it occurs, right? Anything else from the universe for tonight? Whoa. Two of earth, two of pentacles. If you feel like overwhelmed, like you have a decision make, you have a lot going on, instead of overthinking it, take a more playful approach. Have fun with it. You know how the two of pentacles is typically like a guy who's juggling two things? Have fun with it while you're making the decision. If you have a little bit more of like a lighthearted attitude and it's not so serious. And if you're having trouble making a decision, you can seek advice from someone who, like, I mean, the king of fire, it says like is charismatic and creative. So like with the two, like whatever this decision is, get creative, right? Motivate yourself. If you can't motivate yourself, find someone who can motivate you. But my advice is to, whatever this decision is to like get creative with it. You got balance, which is the temperance card, and the magician. Everything in moderation. Take your time. don't rush. Perfect timing will come when it's supposed to come from the divine, so don't rush it. You're capable of, and you're much stronger than you think you are, and you're capable of so much more than you think. You can manifest all of this, whatever this new start, this new partnership, this new, maybe it's love, who knows. But I guess what you need to know is it starts with you. It starts with you being okay with you. Knowing, yeah, I mean, I think everyone here should be able to say to themselves, like, I am my own magician. I am the magician. Life is magical, and I bring magic to my own life. And I can create whatever I want and put whatever I'm dreaming of into fruition, because I do have the power and the tools and the resources right in front of me. The world is literally like spinning on its axis with all the money and all the love and your future partner and all these things that we wish for at night. It is here. And that's like amazing, right? So it's exciting, and we know that. We just have to use our resources to figure out, like, getting us on the right path to finding whatever that is for you. So, like, I mean, we talk a lot about magic here, and this is just about realizing your inner power and your inner, and coming into your power and your magic. Reading tarot is not magic. It's not. Magic to me is something it's personal. It's given to each and every soul that walks the earth. It's what you do with it that defines not who you are, but your blueprint on this earth. Like, while you spend your time here in this lifetime, your inner magician, or your ability to put whatever this is into the world, that's magic. And tarot is gorgeous. Tarot, to me, they say mirrors to the soul. I think I actually wrote it down, something about tarot. Tarot is you. Tarot is an invitation for yourself and your soul to evolve. It's a powerful tool, I'll tell you that. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's really it, guys. How did I learn tarot so well? And it takes a lot of time. I read intuitively, so first you learn just generally what and I have quite a few books. I started learning with the Rider-Waite tarot deck. You start to kind of figure out what, like, the symbols mean. Smiling is magic, Gregory. And then once you kind of get the basics, like, I try not to really read. I don't really read any tarot books anymore, because I really read intuitively. What's on the card, I work into what I'm feeling. And then I just kind of speak it out loud. And what's scary about it is that, like, you never really know if that's going to resonate with anyone or everyone, but in the back of your mind that I'm reading this way for a reason, because this is what I'm called to do. So self-doubt got in the way for like 30 seconds. Then I'm like, nope, I'm saying this out loud, and I'm sending it into the universe because I'm meant to say it. The Fountain Tarot deck is pretty good for reading intuitively. Aquarian, I mean, not to start, but I mean, this has me like, I've had some very, very psychedelic-ish experiences with the Aquarian tarot deck. Um, and definitely, yeah, the Thoth tarot deck too. Um, One deck I would not recommend. I don't even want to say it. That's so rude. Never mind. I just have a difficult time, I'll say, with it's called the Tarot of a Moon Garden or something. I just have a difficult time with it. And it's something I think like, yeah, it's this deck here. Sorry, that was probably so loud. And this was, someone said like the cards are beautiful. The Connolly Tarot deck. That was one I was telling you about where like the card stock feels really good. Yeah. You are so beyond welcome. Yeah, I just need the She-Wolf deck. This kind of, I'm so happy that you asked that because like I don't have my favorite deck yet, and I need to just like pull the trigger on it, you know? And just get it because it's gorgeous, and I know that like it'll only help me serve the purpose of like what I'm doing here when I have decks that I love working with. I keep, not that I keep buying decks, but I have so many decks because they all bring out different energies and different messages, and I kind of learned to like know that, so I know which ones to bring out, etc. Like for example, this was like one of the first books I read. Like when I was like, it's called Material Girl Mystical World. I respect Ruby Warrington a lot. It's just I don't need to really read too many more books to know that I'm meant to do this. But it was a good book. It's about her journey. She grew up or she was, in her 20s, like living in New York City, and like had a spiritual awakening. And she talks about, she was going through some addictions and some real issues, and how, having her spiritual awakening, she sees life through a totally different lens now, and it's a beautiful thing. Some of the decks are so expensive. I've seen decks that are like $100 to $150, and I'm like, really? It's like, I get it. Like, it costs money and stuff to print these, and I'm sure like the card stock is great, but I'm like, I'm not doing any more questions. I'm kind of just staying on while I pack up. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's nuts. Maybe when I've like won the lottery. No, it depends. Any like purchase, I'm like if I want something for an extended period of time and I still want it really, really badly, I'll know that it wasn't just like a phase, like a passing moment, and I'll like go and get it, right? That like goes with like any big purchase. I figure like I set in a certain amount of time, and I'm like, okay, if I still want it, I'll go get it. This is another good deck too, actually. It's an oracle deck, but it really is mostly like a standard tarot deck. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saving all my love for you. And this is the Thoth tarot deck by Aleister Crowley. I used to be scared of this deck, by the way, because it has like specific meanings on the cards, and they say things like sorrow, yeah. It was just too intense for me when I first started. It was like one of my first decks. It was just too much. It literally used to scare me. So, yeah. And I've had people ask me, actually, because you see me putting them back, the cards back in these boxes. Because a lot of people, say, you're supposed to store your decks in like silk or like what have you. You can, but it's really all bullshit. If you bless the space and the energy that you keep your cards in, it does not matter if they go right back in the box that they came in. I'm just throwing that out there. That's awesome. I like Doreen Virtue. I don't always agree with her interpretations of the cards, but I do like the cards themselves. You knew what? No, I've never heard of it. I like the Romance Angel. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was kind of cheesy, but then I realized that there was, like, I would interpret the cards quite differently. Again, it's all about, like, me reading intuitively and getting comfortable with the cards. I will Google it. That's what millennials do best. We Google. Just kidding. Good. Good, 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 good. You don't. Everyone has, a sacred, way of store. Like, it's just, everyone has their own rituals, right? And what's great about rituals is that they're unique to you. So. My decks are, like, honored being on, like, this, like, shelf over here, like, on display for my, world to see. What? Hey, Mel, thank you for an awesome reading. Oh. You're so welcome, guys. But there's 21 people, and not everyone has hit the like button. So if you could show some love, I would really appreciate that. It's been awesome spending almost 90 minutes with you. Thank you, Cleo B. I love that you love watching me. Yeah, please hit the like button. It's just good karma. Just kidding. Show some love. And there's like this balancing act I do to carry these all back to my bookshelf. It's really it's something else. Like, look, I could literally pick it up like this. But yeah, I know this is like absurd, but I'll show you all my candles. Pink. It's kind of cool. This is my aqua one. It's like a new, ow, I'm like burning the shit out of myself. This is one of my favorites. These are my favorite things that I've ever purchased. Gorgeous face. This is so cool. I could stare at this like forever, actually. A few bucks invested in what? And I have this like weird jar thing, but I have like one of those like string light things in it, so like I don't know. So it like lights up. What did Steve say? Yeah, keep your dirty thoughts to yourself. Thanks. But yeah, no, so it's really cool. It like, yeah, it is a huge investment, Gregory. Yeah, I like what it does to these though, when you're like, it's not nuts. It's like so pretty. I look like a crazy person right now. I actually look insane, but like, isn't this cool? It's so pretty. You're like, I know. I could just like do this all night. Looks like they're like on fire. I know. All right, I'm like done. This is so weird. I'm not like, I know, I literally look, this is like so weird. Okay. Guys, thank you for sitting with me while I show you all of my weird trinkets. It is a part of like my apartment decor though. Like it matches the whole theme here. So, but yeah, you're so welcome, guys. Thanks for spending the evening with me. I hope it, if you have Sunday scaries, I hope it cured your scaries. I know, I literally, like, I'm like an, like a, yeah, like one of those ladies on QVC, like for sure. Yeah. Happy 11/11, guys. It's never too late. Every day is a new day, too, to set your intentions. You're so welcome. All right, guys, I'm going to go for real now. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, day, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for liking. Still waiting for more people to like. Good night, Susan Mundy. Love your name. Love your name. Bye, Doji. Hi, Rachel. You're so welcome. You guys are like, this is beautiful energy in here for the most part, except for a few weird things, but that's fine. That's always gonna happen. But, and thank you to Bree and my girl Squiggly for watching out and looking out. I appreciate you girls, you ladies. I'm a Taurus sun, Aquarius moon, Virgo rising. Love you, soul sister. I appreciate you as well, Susan, and thank you. Susan Mundy. Just love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's okay, Steve. You'll be able to watch it in about 4 seconds when I end this. Okay, guys. Good night. All my love and light. I'll see you soon. Okay. Adios. You know, it's like funny. I actually have no idea how to turn this off right now. Oh, okay. All right. Well, good night for real. Sweet dreams. And I'll see you tomorrow.